Welcome back to Kwesi Bowl TV. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this edition. This is something that I call the LFC Vibes. Still working on the name, so I've asked her to, send me some suggestions. By the way, please share, subscribe, like, get our names out there. Thank you so much for joining again. And guys, the transfer window closed shut. LFC did not do any business besides the Konate one. There were some outgoings. Of course, famous one is Shaqiri. But hey, guys, let's dig deep into it. A lot of LFC fans are upset. If we thought that the FSG out crowd were mad, yeah, it's pretty bad right now. Like social media, everybody want FSG out. FSG out is trending. Everybody's saying Klopp is not being supported. He hasn't been supported for a long time. LFC going backwards. There's so many things going on right now that, the fans are upset. And personally, I believe they have the right to be so. I was hoping we would get at least 3 more people, 2 with Konate, but I would have taken 2. And now that we have Bobby injured, that we don't even know how long his injury is, got everybody a little bit, on edge. I understand why people are upset. I myself are a little bit upset, but this is the thing with me. After the Champions League, I was expecting us to go, not mad, but, get a few pieces where we put our dominance continuously, right? So I was really upset. My boy Tulu I was calling him almost every day. I'd be like, yo, what's going on, man? Why are we not buying anybody, man? FSG is annoying. You got Klopp is doing well. Why don't you support him? Why Klopp not also putting pressure on them? I was frustrated. Then this man went and won the league, before Christmas. So after that, I was like, never will I ever question Klopp again. The system works. He knew what he was getting himself into when he chose LFC over the Glazers and Perez. Remember, all these people have more money than FSG, but he decided he wanted to work with FSG because of how their system works, the module, as everybody say. But right now, we have to understand Klopp is a coach first. Yeah, he's known as a manager, but he's a coach first. So everything that he does is believe in his ability that I can make anybody good. All you have to do is give me the right players and I'm going to win you some championships, right? I remember when, before VVD came to Liverpool, everybody was questioning Klopp's defensive prowess. And what was he saying? I can write a whole book on just defending. And guess what? When VVD came in, nobody said anything about it. As much as everybody forgot that Klopp was even the one coaching them defensively. They thought it was just VVD who just coaching everybody, So yes, there's a lot of frustration out there, and I understand why. And, they need to come out and explain themselves on this one, because this is the same thing we went last year. The thing is, I believe in Klopp. Whatever the man says, I'm going with it. But last year, that was the same thing. Carragher brought it up about the center backs. Klopp got real upset at him, said that he should just focus on what he does, right? So that's the same thing now. And everybody is trying to figure out, is it Klopp who's doing this, or is it FSG who is not basically listening to the guy, because they need to support him. That's what everybody's saying. And today, I think they did something that I thought was quite disrespectful to the fans, and that was announcing Henderson, especially Henderson, Phillips, and Reece Williams' contract renewal, or should I say extension. When you do things like that, after, most of the fans are upset because you didn't bring something new to the fans, it's more like It's disrespectful. It's like you're disregarding whatever we're saying and trying to throw us a few crumbs out here. Say, okay, we gave you VVD, we gave you now. Look at what we're giving you. Handle. Remember a few weeks ago, everybody was saying that he was leaving. See, we gave him a new contract. No, either this should have been announced a week or two ago, or wait a week or two later and then announce it. Don't do it on the day that everybody is expecting at least one person to walk into Kirby. So to me, I feel like that's kind of patronizing the fans, and if they're upset, hey, let them be upset. But I'm not into this FSG out and they're stealing our money and where all that. That's foolishness. If you want to know how a club is run, go to Google and do your own research. And personally, I think Klopp needs to be more clearer in his messaging, because a lot of times he seems like he's upset, but we don't know who he's upset at. Is he upset at the club, at the owners or the front office? Or is he upset that people keep asking him the same question where he's like, dude, my team is good. I don't need too many people. And we know Klopp have said numerous times, I like to work with a small team. It worked. That's how he won the Champions League. That's how he won the EPL. The same team, just same players, and everybody was fit, right? But right now, everybody keep asking the same thing, and he keep making comments that people are interpreting however they want. Everybody thinking like he's making a dig at the owners. Some people think he's just saying that, yo, I'm good. If I need somebody, they will get it for me. So I believe that he needs to come out and be a little bit clearer on his message, because that will settle everybody down. Now, of course, if he says that I'm the one making these decisions, they're going to call him a yes man, which some people already call him a yes man. And we know, regardless of what, fans will never change their mind. FSG out will probably come down to maybe 40%, but those 40% will never change their mind. So I think that there should be more questions. Like I said, I have a lot of more questions about this. Thankfully, we don't have matches on this weekend, so that'll give me more time to access why this happened, because Henderson is going, he has too many injuries. We saw his performance against Chelsea wasn't that great. You're giving him an extension. What happened? I mean, there's so much questions out there. You know, Nat Phillips, he's number 5 or 6 in the center back list. So is he going to just sit down like that, or is he going to go on loan in January? I mean, there's so much questions. But hey, guys, I'm a big fan of this few LFC channels, but I've been a big fan of these guys called Kopish, Team Kopish. What's up, guys? Big fan of yours since the banter days. So, you know, they were having a discussion, and hey, guys, go to their channel, you know, Team Kopish or Kopish. You'll get them there. Subscribe, like, share. Great passion fans out there. They let you know what's going on. But I went there and I made a comment, and I said, and they were talking about people want to buy LFC and why, you know, somebody want to buy. And, you know, there was all that discussion that FSG basically needs to sell out because their module is not working right now. So I went and I made a comment and I said, if there's somebody out there with the cash, let him put the cash out. You know, too much talking. We need actions right now, right? So my man, Kyle, answered me. And I tweeted him back and I said, yo, you know, I'm going to rebuttal what he said. You know, I told him to give me time and he did. Thank you, Mr. Kyle. And I would like to basically respond to what he said. And basically, I would just paraphrase what he said. He was basically saying, hey, they don't have like publication out there who gives out people who want to buy teams, you know, just like how they do it for the transfer for the players. So there's no like, you know, rich people out there who are just going around saying, I want to buy Liverpool, I want to buy Man U, I want to buy that. But personally, I think it's not entirely true. Yes, it is true that we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But guess what? This is my rebuttal, Cal. So Sky Sports reported, I think it was through Graham Souness, who said before Sheikh Mansour bought City, he was actually looking at Liverpool. Liverpool was his first choice. And it seems like things was going in the right way, but Gillette and Hicks were such a annoying little pricks. They didn't want to make it the transition easy for them. So they basically gave up, you know. So they put their money there and say, hey, we would like to sit down and talk. That's basically what I'm saying, you know. And I think that was in 2008, to the point where even Souness went to Dubai and met with Amanda Staveley, who was basically negotiating the thing. And he asked him, he said, why are you taking him to City? You a Liverpool fan. You're supposed to take him to Liverpool. He said, Hicks and Gillette are not making it easy for me to do this. So they've given up. So that's why the Sheikh bought City. And I think April 24 of this year, the Mirror also said there was a bid from Middle East for about £3 billion, but then FSG turned it down. And thinking about that, that was like 3 days after John Henry apologized, right? So, like I said, there are people out there, yes, who may want the team, but they're putting their money out there. It's up to our owners to decide whether they want to sell or not, right? And also, I got another one. Independent reported in, I think it was 2018, August 24th, something like that. A bid from Abu Dhabi came through. The name guy was a Sheikh Zayed. I believe he's the cousin of Sheikh Mansour. He also put £2 billion down, and it got rejected. So these people are putting their cash out. It's just our owners are the one who believe that they don't want to sell, right? 2016, Sky, Financial Times, and I believe Sunday Times also reported that LFC, I mean, there's been some rumors going around that a state-owned Chinese company wanted to buy LFC. And these guys were rich. At the time, if they had made that purchase, it would have been the richest team on the planet. And from what I know, they are worth about $600 billion in 2016. And they also wanted to buy it. And as a matter of fact, from what the publications were saying that John W. Henry was very interested on this one. He even hired a consortium or a company, Allen and Co., to help out with the negotiation, right? Amanda was also part of it. I guess that was the time where everybody was like, oh, China is going to be owning Liverpool and all that stuff. So for some reason, that did not materialize. Guess what? Redbird, they put their cash out 10%. Now they own 10% of all FSG businesses, all of their investments, especially all their sports groups, right? So Gary, what's his name? Gary Cardinal. And that guy, we know he loves football, soccer. And he owns a team in France, I forgot. But the team, the person that I believe Henry, and I saw your tweet today, Kyle, I believe that they want to sell. They just want to sell to some specific people, right? And I saw your tweet, and I agree with you. But I think the person that Henry wanted to sell to was Billy Bean. Billy Bean is his best, I think, one of his great friends. You know, that's the guy from the Moneyball, from that movie. You know, the part that Brad Pitt played. His consortium was also pretty rich, and he himself is pretty rich. And I think that was the guy that Henry would have loved to sell it to. And they were talking about, okay, percentage, but eventually Billy backed out. But right now, LFC in pounds is 2.98 billion pounds. That's how much LFC is worth right now, right? So it's about 4.1 billion US dollars. For FSG to think about this, somebody has to throw a number at them at close to 5 billion pounds, not dollars, pounds, 5 billion pounds, close to that, for them to be able to sit at the table. See, and then for somebody to be that rich, they will have to be worth in the 20s and 30s billion, because when you buy the team, let's say you buy it for 4 billion, you basically have to, within the course of 5 years to 10, you need to at least put $1 billion in. So that's a 5 billion investment. How many people out there are willing to do that? Okay, this football business, which is theirs, is now all about them they know they're going to get a loss. It helps them with, what they call whitewashing. It helps them with their taxes and losses and whatever, complicated. But for anybody to make a bid, it has to be close to 5 billion. And I promise you, if somebody put a big bid in, FSG will sell out. They have thought about it about 2-3 times. All of it, it wasn't the number they were looking for. Yes, the team is worth 2 billion, you give him 3 billion. So what? Yeah, they bought it at 300. But whatever the team is worth, you have to double. It's the same thing with the Paki, whatever his name guy was trying to buy, talking about want to buy Arsenal, and the guy is only worth 1.8 billion. Arsenal is worth 4 billion. You need to double it before you could get that team. And that's how it goes. So that's my rebuttal. Carpage, I'll be checking you guys out tomorrow. I guess you guys are doing the FSG in, FSG out. It's going to be crazy. I know for sure it's going to be crazy. But anyway, let me finish up with Mbappe did not go to Madrid. This thing needs to be investigated more. I believe, I was saying Madrid does not have the money. There is no way you telling me that Madrid bid 223 million euros. That's more than what they paid to Monaco. And they said no. PSG said no. That does not make no sense. It makes no sense at all. I believe Perez was trying to pull a fast one on them, and they said no. And they would rather let him go for free than do what Perez was trying to do. And, you know, I think Leonardo came out and said that they know what they need to do. They need to stop trying to disrespect us. So there's more to this reason why, and there's a reason why Mbappe also did not throw his, you know, did not get upset, because he could realize that Madrid was not all in this. There's something going on. I'm pretty sure there's something going on. Is LFC still in play? I'm gonna leave it at that. So, guys, Messi, Sancho, Varane, Ronaldo, Lukaku, and the big one was at the end for today was Griezmann. He ended up back to Atletico. So I'm wondering, people are thinking that that's because next year Barca is going to try to make a play for Haaland. Barca is broke for a very long time. The reason why they let Griezmann go is because they can't afford his salary. They still need to bring that salary cap down to 70%. I don't see them making a big play for any big player next year. Maybe one, but it's not going to be in that Haaland, because Haaland coming in, that's the same amount of salary that you're going to have to pay him. You just let Griezmann go. So I don't see that happen. Barca fans, get at me. Saul was the last one, I guess, to Chelsea. This is the frustrating part. This reminds me of Bruno when LFC fans were trying to tell Klopp, get him. Even Klopp knew. He said, I'll get upset if he goes to Man U. Now look what happened. Saul is going to Chelsea. Now they look very solid. But anyway, guys, don't want to bore you guys too much. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like, share. This is Crazy Ball TV. I'm Archie. Peace.